Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing well. Today we will read Inkwell, Green Step, Class 5, Chapter 14, Life in the Wild. Raj and his father were traveling by car to the Manas Wildlife Sanctuary in Assam. Their train had arrived late and it was already getting dark. The driver of the jeep was driving slowly and honking the car repeatedly. Rahul wanted to know why he was honking so much. The driver explained that the wild elephants kept coming on the road at night. By honking, he was alerting them to stay away. Why do they come on roads? Don't they like their forests? Wondered Rahul. What forests? Said driver. There's hardly any forest left. He explained further that once upon a time the whole area was covered with thick forests, but the people had cut away the trees and there was forest covering left. That is why animals keep coming into human habitation. Isn't it a frightening thought? How would our earth look without forests? Imagine, no tall trees, no clean running rivers, and no wild animals. The earth would be very bare and impossible to live in. Forests are the natural home to wild animals. Forest. Forest is an important gift of nature. A large area of land thickly covered a forest. They grow naturally in sufficient rainfall areas. In India, evergreen forests are mostly found in the rainy slopes of the Western Ghats, the hills of northeast India, and in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Besides, forests are found in the Himalayan mountains and in the southern plateaus. Ideally, one-third, 33% of the total areas of a country should be under forests. At present, only about one-fifth, 20% of India's total area is under forest cover. Importance of forest. Forests are very useful to us. They give us many things such as cotton, gum, lac, paper, honey, resin, fodder, and medicinal herbs. They also provide shelter to animals. Forests perform many other important functions. They supply oxygen to breathe. They bring more rainfall. They check floods. They prevent soil erosion. They check pollution. Tribal people. A small population of people lives in the forests of India. They follow age-old traditions. These people are known as tribal people. The tribal people mainly depend on land and forests for their survival. They practice shifting agriculture and gather things like honey, fruits, root vegetables, herbs, gum, lac, and resin. Resin is a sticky substance obtained from trees like pine, sandalwood, and rosewood. The tribals have good knowledge about medicinal plants and now have started selling these herbs to earn money. The tribal people have also learned to make herbal pesticides that are used to control pests that destroy crops. Apart from these, a number of forest plants such as eucalyptus and cinchona are used in making medicines. People who have been living in a forest for at least 20 years have the first right over the forest land and should not be removed from the area. Gram Sabhas do the work of protecting the forests. The forest dwellers are also known as Adivasis. They cannot live away from the forest. However, Adivasis or tribal people are facing difficulties following cutting down of forest trees in the name of development. Their very existence is in danger. Dependence of tribal people on forest. The tribals depend on the forest for their livelihood, so they do harm the forests. They collect fuel wood, fruits, seeds, honey, wax, and medicinal herbs from the forests. They make baskets, cheeks, and toys from bamboo and cane, perfumes from the wild forests, and plates and bowls from the sal leaves. The plates made from these leaves are used on birthdays, picnics, and get-togethers. They sell these products in the local markets called hats and earn their living. Deforestation. The cutting down of trees on a large scale is called deforestation. In recent times, forests have been cut down to provide land for cultivation, to make houses, towns, and factories, for the construction of roads, etc. It is a major cause of climate change because it releases huge amount of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Effects of deforestation. Deforestation has led to depletion of forest wealth. Deforestation has severely affected tribal people. Deforestation causes soil erosion and hence the land becomes infertile. Deforestation also causes flood and drought. It also causes landslides in hilly areas. The climate becomes warmer. Animals lose their homes when we cut down forests. It leads to loss of trees and also a lot of herbs and other medicinal plants. Deforestation has disturbed the balance of nature and has led to reduced rainfall. Trees are useful and essential for our survival. Hence, they should be protected at all cost. Apart from protection, there is a need to grow more and more trees in the areas where it is possible to grow them. The government organizes various awareness campaigns like Social Forestry Movement, One Mahotsav, etc. to encourage the conservation of forest wealth. During such campaigns, people are encouraged to grow more and more trees. Schools and other public institutions and the media also play an important role in creating awareness about the benefits of conserving the forests and hence make the campaign successful. As a responsible citizen, it is our duty to take care of plants, trees. We should not cut them. A green world is the best gift we can give to our future generations. The Chipko movement. Cutting large number of trees in the Garhwal Himalayan region led to landslides and floods. In 1974, hundreds of women from Chamoli district of Uttarakhand went into the forest when the woodcutters or loggers arrived. The women put their arms around the trees, telling the loggers that they would not be able to cut the tree without killing them first. The contractor finally withdrew and the forest was saved. The movement spread and many other villages began to guard the forests to stop them from being cut. The movement was led by Chandi Prasad Bhatt, Gaura Devi, Sudesh Devi and Sundarlal Bahuguna, well-known environmentalists of India. Sacred groves. In rural India, the flora of certain areas is considered sacred. The villagers believe that gods live in them. Therefore, they worship these trees and never cut them. Such trees are called sacred groves. They are known by different names in different parts of the country. They are called Kavu in Kerala, Devrai in Maharashtra, Oran in Rajasthan, Devbhumi in Himachal Pradesh, and Lau King Tang in Meghalaya. In our country, Himachal Pradesh has the largest number of sacred groves. Protection of wildlife. At international level, international organizations such as WWF, World Wildlife Fund for Nature, and IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, actively work for the protection and growth of wildlife. We can help them by spreading their messages in our social circles. At national level, the Government of India has set up a large number of wildlife sanctuaries and national parks in different parts of our country for the protection and growth of wildlife. A wildlife sanctuary or a national park is a natural habitat of wild animals and birds where they are protected and reserved. Our government has put a ban on the hunting of wild animals and birds. Our government has signed treaties with many countries to arrest poachers. In 1973, the Government of India launched a scheme to save tigers. This scheme was named Project Tiger. Project Tiger is being run successfully in 14 states of our country. Currently, 27 tiger projects are running to protect and increase the population of tigers. Rhino project is being run by the Assam government at the Kaziranga National Park for the growth and protection of rhinos. Media can play a very important role in conserving the wildlife by creating awareness among the masses on the importance of wildlife. At personal level, we can help in protecting our wildlife by abstaining from buying products made of animal skins, ivory, horns, etc. We need to remember that the poachers kill these innocent creatures because we pay them high prices to buy the different products made with the body parts of these animals. If we stop buying them, poaching will have no grounds to survive upon. We can celebrate Wildlife Week, October 1 to October 7 every year to spread awareness against the killing of wild animals and birds. So students, I hope you all understand and read this chapter once again and do exercises. Thank you so much.